Hey Broncos fans, welcome to Broncos News Now, your channel for everything Denver Broncos. Before we get started, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any hot NFL news. Bo Nix is fast becoming the poster child for clutch time excellence in the NFL, and this season with the Denver Broncos has been nothing short of electrifying. As the quarterback for a team on an astonishing 9-game winning streak, Nix has repeatedly demonstrated a remarkable ability to thrive under pressure, turning tense, nail-biting finishes into moments of sheer football theater. Many of these victories have come in the fourth quarter, with the Broncos either engineering dramatic comebacks or holding off opponents in games that went down to the wire. To put this into perspective, Denver is currently 8-2 in one-score games this year, a stunning turnaround from last season's 1-6 record in similar contests. The difference, by all accounts, seems to lie squarely on Nix's poised, almost unflappable demeanor when the stakes are highest, giving the Broncos an edge that few teams in the league can claim. One of the most recent examples of Nix's clutch heroics came this past Sunday night in a heart-stopping 27-26 overtime victory over the Washington Commanders. Late in the fourth quarter, Denver's usually reliable defense gave up some crucial drives, allowing Marcus Mariota and his squad to tie the game and force an extra period. Washington opted to kick off in overtime after deferring on the coin toss, and from that moment, Bo Nix took full control. With methodical precision, he led the Broncos down the field for a touchdown-scoring drive that ultimately decided the game. Following the win, Nix opened up about the philosophy that drives his performance in high-pressure situations. He recalled the advice of one of his many offensive coaches: pressure is a privilege, and not many people get to be in that opportunity. So, if it's going to be me who gets this opportunity, I'm going to make the best of it. This simple yet profound mindset has allowed Nix to treat pressure as a gift rather than a burden, a mental adjustment that has clearly transformed both his confidence and his performance. The notion that pressure is a privilege is something that could benefit anyone, but for an NFL starting quarterback, it is nothing short of a game changer. By embracing pressure as an opportunity rather than a threat, Nix has rewired his mental approach, allowing him to stay calm and collected even in the most chaotic moments on the field. This season, that approach has translated into tangible results, but it is worth noting that last year's struggles in one-score games, 6 losses as a rookie, provided the foundational lessons that he has now mastered. Nix himself acknowledges the shift, reflecting on the stark contrast between last season's frustrating outcomes and this year's repeated triumphs. It doesn't always go your way. Fortunately for us, it's gone our way in these games, he said. Last year, we were on the opposite end of these close ones, so I understand what it's like to be on the other side of things. But you just kind of keep moving on, and you've got to have a belief that you're just going to find a way. Perhaps the most remarkable illustration of Nix's clutch prowess came in Week 7 against the New York Giants. In a performance that will likely be remembered for years, Nix scored 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter alone, becoming the first quarterback in NFL history to pass for 2 touchdowns and rush for 2 more in the same quarter. The Broncos put 33 points on the board in the final frame, leaving fans streaming out of Empower Field at Mile High both stunned and elated. While the team did suffer 2 close losses earlier in the season, in Weeks 2 and 3, those setbacks serve as critical learning experiences, teaching the Broncos how to better manage tight games. Since then, Denver has ridden an incredible wave of momentum, translating lessons learned into what may become one of the most memorable winning streaks in the franchise's modern history. Their recent overtime victory against Washington is just the latest example of the team's refined resilience and strategic composure, led by Nix's sure-handed guidance. In describing the approach that has helped them succeed, Nix emphasized the importance of focus and execution in high-pressure moments. It didn't look great there for a minute, but we just found a way to make the next best play. At the end of the day, we scored 1 more point than they did, and that's the difference in a game in this league, he said. Every game comes down to the last possession, pretty much. You just have to kind of accept the fact and just put yourself in that moment. It doesn't change anything. You just go out there and execute. This mindset, combined with the confidence boost generated from stringing together consecutive victories in close games, has created a playoff-like atmosphere for the Broncos week after week. Each one of these contests functions as a crucible for their collective mental toughness, preparing the team for the intensity and unpredictability of postseason football. The broader NFL community is beginning to take notice. While not every national pundit has fully embraced the Broncos' rise, there's growing acknowledgement of the team's capacity to deliver in the clutch. NBC Sports analyst Tony Dungy, a Hall of Fame head coach, drew a striking parallel between Knicks and another high-profile quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, during a recent Sunday night football broadcast. They're the best in the AFC right now. Outstanding defense, and they're clutch on offense, Dungy said. The defense feels like all they have to do is keep it close, and Bo Nix will win it for us. They used to say that about Mahomes in Kansas City. Such comparisons are high praise indeed, and they underscore the growing respect for Nix's ability to seize critical moments and deliver results under immense pressure. It is clear that Bo Nix possesses the elusive clutch gene, a rare trait that separates the merely talented from the truly exceptional in professional football. His accumulated experience in the NFL has helped him unlock this skill, refining it into a tool that benefits not only himself but the entire Broncos organization. The team has adopted a model that maximizes Nix's strengths, play strong, disciplined defense to keep games close, then rely on Nix's composure and talent to carry the offense in the fourth quarter. While this strategy may not always guarantee success, given the inherent unpredictability of the sport, it has proven highly effective for Denver thus far. The Broncos currently hold a dominant position in the AFC West, and they're competing directly for the top playoff seed in the conference with just 5 games remaining. Bo Nix's transformation into a clutch-time quarterback has been both dramatic and compelling, reshaping expectations for himself, his team, and the entire league. With his unique approach to pressure, a mindset that embraces high-stakes moments as opportunities rather than obstacles, and a track record of game-winning performances, Nix has cemented his reputation as one of the most exciting young quarterbacks in football today. The Broncos' combination of steady defense and explosive fourth-quarter offense has created a formula that opponents struggle to counter, and fans can feel the palpable energy of a team poised to make a deep postseason run. As the season progresses and the pressure intensifies, Nix's ability to remain calm, focused, and decisively clutch will be tested even further. But if this year is any indication, Denver fans have every reason to believe that the quarterback who embraces pressure as a privilege will continue to deliver unforgettable moments under the brightest lights of the NFL. Unbelievable, yet entirely true. Bo Nix's clutch heroics have not only redefined his career trajectory, but have also redefined what it means to be a winner in the modern era of football. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk Broncos. And don't forget to hit the bell to get all the latest NFL updates. The football world is buzzing with whispers that are hard to ignore, a rumble that seems to grow louder with every passing hour. The Broncos, a franchise with a storied past and a passionate fan base, may be on the brink of a significant shift, one that involves none other than Bo Nix. For months, insiders and analysts have speculated about the trajectory of Nix's career, his fit within the Broncos' offensive scheme, and the subtle undercurrents that could redefine the team's future. Now, the rumors are becoming harder to dismiss. Bo Nix is reportedly set to leave the Broncos at the close of 2025. The news has sent ripples through fan communities, sports podcasts, and social media channels, with debates, predictions, and speculation dominating every conversation. It is the kind of news that can polarize a fan base, leaving some in disbelief and others nodding, perhaps reluctantly, at a change that feels inevitable in retrospect. The idea of Bo Nix departing is not just about a player moving on. It is about the shifting dynamics of a team that has been searching for stability, consistency, and a spark that can turn potential into undeniable performance. The Broncos, known for their passionate fan base and their history of cultivating quarterbacks, have watched Bo Nix with a mix of hope and scrutiny since his arrival. Drafted with expectations high but tempered by caution, Nix entered a complex environment, a team balancing veterans, rising stars, and a coaching staff trying to find the perfect formula. From the start, there were glimpses of brilliance, moments where his vision, arm strength, and ability to read the field suggested a quarterback who could anchor a franchise for years. Yet, these flashes of potential were often interspersed with inconsistency, decisions under pressure that left analysts debating his readiness for the highest stage, and a rhythm that seemed perpetually in flux. Fans have become accustomed to the highs and lows, the sense that Nix is a talent who can electrify a game one week and leave supporters frustrated the next. The conversation around his departure is not simply about statistics or wins and losses. It's about narrative, perception, and the intangible qualities that define a quarterback's legacy. The Broncos' locker room, the source of endless rumor and intrigue, is rumored to be quietly acknowledging that change may be on the horizon. In recent months, the rumor mill has intensified, fueled by anonymous sources close to the organization, media chatter, and subtle signals from within the franchise. There are whispers that the Broncos management has been evaluating options behind closed doors, considering both immediate and long-term strategies that could include a significant shakeup at quarterback. The coaching staff, known for its careful calibration, is reportedly weighing how Nix's departure could open doors for other emerging talents or new acquisitions from the draft or free agency. It is the kind of strategic chess that fans rarely see in its entirety, a game of positioning, projection, and anticipation. And yet, despite the secrecy, the narrative has a life of its own. Social media analysts dissect every comment, every sidelong glance during press conferences, every subtle nuance in the way Nix interacts with teammates, searching for confirmation that the rumor is more than just speculation. The story grows in intensity because it touches on more than football. It taps into the collective imagination of a fan base, the sense of possibility and upheaval that only a high-profile quarterback departure can generate. Bo Nix himself is a subject of endless fascination in this swirling narrative. A quarterback whose journey has been marked by resilience and adaptability. Nix has often been praised for his leadership qualities, his ability to motivate teammates, and his poise in moments of pressure. At the same time, there has been discussion about whether the Broncos' offensive scheme has maximized his strengths or if, perhaps, the fit was always a temporary experiment. The speculation that Nix may leave evokes questions not just about where he will go next, but about what kind of player he will become outside of Denver. Will a new environment allow him to flourish, to unlock a level of performance that has tantalized fans but remained just out of reach? Or will he face similar challenges, navigating the high expectations and scrutiny that come with being a quarterback in a league where every decision is dissected, analyzed, and debated endlessly? The intrigue lies in the uncertainty, in the anticipation of what could be, and in the recognition that Nix's next chapter could redefine his career, as well as the trajectory of the Broncos themselves. From a broader perspective, the possible departure of Bo Nix underscores a league-wide trend in which quarterback movement is increasingly fluid, complex, and driven by both performance and strategic positioning. In recent years, fans have grown accustomed to high-profile trades, free agent signings, and surprise moves that disrupt conventional expectations. Nix's rumored exit fits into this pattern, a reminder that even players with considerable potential and fan support are not immune to the shifting calculus of professional football. The Broncos, a team with championship aspirations, may view this as an opportunity to reset, recalibrate, and pursue a vision that aligns with their long-term strategy. Meanwhile, fans speculate endlessly. Some imagine blockbuster trades. Others envision a draft day acquisition that reshapes the quarterback landscape entirely. The conversations are as much about hope and possibility as they are about analysis, blending emotional investment with strategic foresight. And through it all, Bo Nix remains at the center of a narrative that captivates attention precisely because it is unresolved, fluid, and charged with potential consequences for both player and franchise. The social media response has been immediate and unrelenting. Hashtags trend, debates flare, and opinion videos multiply, each one dissecting the implications of Nix leaving the Broncos. Comment sections overflow with predictions, fan memories, and conflicting viewpoints on whether this departure would ultimately benefit the player, the team, or neither. Some fans express sorrow, recalling key moments where Nix showcased his talent and leadership, while others argue that a fresh start might be the catalyst needed for both parties to realize their potential. Pundits offer analysis on quarterback markets, team needs, and possible suitors, framing the narrative as a high-stakes chess match with ripple effects throughout the league. The story takes on a life of its own, extending far beyond the confines of Denver or the Broncos organization, drawing in observers, analysts, and fans from across the football world. Every detail is scrutinized, from press conference phrasing to training camp performance, feeding the frenzy that surrounds a potential departure of a player whose career still feels like it is in the making. Behind the scenes, sources suggest that conversations about Nix's future have been ongoing for months, sometimes framed as contingency planning, other times as a recognition that the time for a decisive move is approaching. Team executives reportedly weigh a complex array of factors, including Nix's performance metrics, his development trajectory, market interest, and the long-term vision of the franchise. Meanwhile, coaches are tasked with managing both player development and fan expectations, navigating the delicate balance between nurturing talent and ensuring the team remains competitive. In this environment, rumors are inevitable, and leaks, intentional or otherwise, fuel speculation to a fever pitch. The narrative grows in layers, each detail analyzed for hidden meaning, every subtle shift in tone or focus interpreted as confirmation of what might be. The result is a story that is as much about perception and anticipation as it is about the player himself, a reflection of the intricate, high-stakes ecosystem that surrounds professional football. Ultimately, the speculation surrounding Bo Nix and the Broncos captures the imagination because it embodies the uncertainty, drama, and constant evolution that define the sport. It is not merely a question of whether a quarterback will leave, but a reflection of broader themes: the challenges of talent development, the pressures of expectation, the strategic calculations of management, and the emotional investment of fans. As the rumor continues to circulate, one thing is certain: the story will not fade quietly. Every move, every statement, every performance will be scrutinized, feeding the anticipation of a decision that could reshape the landscape of the team and the career of a player who has already captured attention. In the world of professional football, few narratives are as compelling as those that combine potential, uncertainty, and high stakes, and the swirling speculation around Bo Nix leaving the Broncos fits that description perfectly. The whispers may grow into announcements, the speculation into reality, and the fan conversations into historical recollection. Until then, the story continues to unfold, and the Broncos' quarterback room remains one of the most intriguing focal points in sports, a stage where every rumor carries weight, and every possibility invites endless debate. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this, give us a like and share with other Broncos fans. And of course, make sure to subscribe to Broncos News Now to stay on top of all the NFL news and analysis.